Metal, driving rhythm guitars, downtunings and evil riffs. But what do you have to play so that your riffs sound really evil? Here, disharmonious notes are most effective. Sounds like a lot of theory, and yes, you will learn why these kind of riffs sound like they do. But you will also learn some cool riffs. Hi, this is Svenja, and today you will learn how you make your metal riffs sound evil. When you already know the intervals on guitar, great, continue watching. Otherwise, you can watch my videos about ear training and intervals first. This knowledge will definitely help you here. For your support on Patreon, you get the tabs to this video as PDF and guitar profile. I know, these ads in the beginning of every video are so annoying. But as my patron, you can make a huge contribution to my work, which would allow me to produce new videos every week and even to make time for more content in the long run. This would be really cool, don't you think? You find the link to my Patreon page in the description box below. Thank you. The first interval you should know for your evil metal sound is the minor second. This interval sounds really threatening, especially with a lot of gain, since it's only a semitone away from the root note. Semitones always sound kinda uncomfortable, and the listener automatically expects a more harmonic note, like the second, or even more the root afterwards, to get this unpleasant sound dissolved. But of course we know this won't happen. Let's take the minor second of D for example. You play the A string in the 5th fret, and then move your finger into the 6th fret. Here you've got the minor second D sharp or E flat. The minor second sounds really mean when you play it together with the root note. Just play the D power chord and move your pinky from the 7th into the 8th fret. So you play the minor 9th, which is the minor second 1 octave higher, instead of the octave of D. The first riff includes this shape and the gallop rhythm on the lower E string. Tune your guitar to drop D so that you can play the root for the rhythm on the open 6th string. Play the string palm mute so that your riff doesn't sound muddy. I make an upstroke for the 8th note on beat to end after the break before I play the gallop rhythm. Then the movement is more fluent than when you make a downstroke then. For the gallop rhythm and the 8th note on beat 4, you make alternate picking and 2 downstrokes in a row, like this. Down, up, down, down. For the 8th note on beat 4 end, you make an upstroke again. I will play this riff slowly so that you can observe my picking hand. Then you will hear it in the original tempo. I prefer pointed picks for these kind of riffs since these are more precise when picking fast. The major 7th is also a really useful interval for your mean metal sound. It's a semitone below the root note, so the principle stays the same. Semitones build a lot of tension and want to be dissolved, again with the root note afterwards. To build this interval, we have a look at the D power chord again, and you play the G string in the 6th instead of the 7th fret. Here we've got the major 7th of D, C sharp. Just a quick side note, without gain this doesn't sound mean, but jazzy. So here's the first riff with the major 7th instead of the minor 9th. Another unpleasant sounding interval is the tritone. It's a semitone below the 5th and really disharmonic, so exactly what we need. We stick to the D power chord again to build this interval so that it is easier for you to understand. As you might know, power chords contain the root and the 5th of the root, so in this case D and the A on the D string in the 7th fret. To get the tritone, you play the D string in the 6th instead of the 7th fret. Here's a little riff that would suit the breakdown of a song pretty well. Pay attention to the cymbal in the background for the timing. Again, you play the rhythm with palm mute on the 6th string tuned down to D. First, I will play this riff slowly and then in the original tempo. The last riff is a nice and groovy one with chromatic approach notes. Chromatic notes have nothing to do with drone, but help you to approach a target note with semitones fret by fret. So if you want to approach the F on the 6th string in the 3rd fret, you start in the 1st fret on the D sharp, move on into the 2nd, and then into the 3rd fret. These little ones also work descending. This riff contains an ascending one from the 1st into the 3rd, as well as a descending one from the 5th into the 3rd fret. Practice this with a metronome and pay attention that you mute the strings you don't play. I use my index to mute the D to higher E string while I play the power chords, and the palm of my picking hand to mute the strings during the breaks. You only hit the 6th and 5th string. So now you know how you create really evil metal sounds. Experiment with these intervals, play them from different root notes and so forth. You will surely discover more possibilities to use what you've learned here. Have fun! Thank you for watching. Please remember to hit the like and the subscribe button before you watch the next video. See you again next time. Until then, keep grooving!